Hello everybody and welcome back to CivHaus. I'm Rob and today we are going to be taking a look at the new major update from the Civ devs. We have a development roadmap plan that has just been announced. We knew that we were going to be getting some new stuff with the 1.1.0 update, as well as the new DLC. I just did a video on that just a few hours before I'm recording this and before they revealed this while I was doing some other work. And I'm really excited to be diving through this all with you guys. There's a lot that has been added and updated. We're going to come back up to this big part up here in a little bit. We're going to kind of go through what's coming in March, and then we'll talk about some of the other stuff that's going to be coming in April and beyond. So excited about that. I'm going to ask you guys like and subscribe if you enjoy Civilization content. Connor and I are trying to put out good stuff here for CivHaus, for the Game House on an almost daily basis. Also let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of all of these new changes that are coming. Are they going to be enough for you or not? We're going to dive into this together. I haven't read through this yet at all. I have an idea kind of what's coming, but I did not know for sure. So I'm going to take you guys through, give you my thoughts, and you guys can let me know if you enjoy that or not. So here we go. So the 1.1.0 update is coming. It's going to be deployed across PC and console. Crossplay will be re-enabled with the deployment of this update. That is huge. They pretty much took out crossplay right away, but you know, it's going to be getting added. Apparently, they may have a different update for the Nintendo Switch, so does that mean you can't play on the Nintendo Switch for crossplay? I don't know, but I haven't tried yet, to be honest with you. I don't have it on my Switch, so yeah, I guess not. We'll see what happens here. And then there are some new updates that we'll be getting based on community suggestions and feedback. A full list of update notes will be shared on the release, so we'll get that here on Tuesday of the following week, and we'll make sure to go over that together. That'll be fun. But let's hop into this here. A new natural wonder to discover, Bermuda. It's free to all players. That's great. Additional UI adjustments, polish, and addressing of reported issues. So that's pretty vague, right? That's pretty open. I'm hopeful that that means that, you know, we are going to get some big UI adjustments and some big polishing. And I will say, based on their patching that they've done in the past, there have been experiences that people have had that not everybody has had. So the fact that they are actually looking at what we're saying and finding what those issues are that need to be fixed that may not be happening in every game, but may be happening in enough to where it's a problem, is great. That's what that addressing of reported issues means. There's not much more I can say on that. I would love to dive deeper into the additional UI stuff, but there's just nothing left for us to discuss until they actually show it to us. Significant changes. Very interesting. To the modern age's cultural legacy, path, and victory. AI leaders will also be better at completing a cultural victory, so expect fewer explorer unit stacks. That's great. If you've been on Reddit at all, you've seen that. If you've been playing the game at all, you've also seen that. So pretty funny to hear that, and I'm glad that they are, you know, willing to change the cultural legacy paths, or the legacy paths in general, but cultural one I think is great. That is absolutely something that needed to be adjusted. And one that I think will make it a little bit more fun, hopefully, because culture did not feel very fun to play with in the modern age. Now able to convert holy cities in the exploration age. Note that when a player creates their own missionary units, they will always follow the player's chosen religion. That's great. So if you pick your own religion and, you know, you're not necessarily going to have that religion in your holy city, potentially, if it gets taken over, then that will still allow you at least to try to kind of bring your own religion back. That makes sense. Religion still doesn't feel great in the game. I don't know that this is going to do much for me personally with it. I'm going to probably make a video on this, but I really don't even understand the point of why religion is in the game if it's not going to be more significant like it was in Civ 6. So I struggle with this one, but hey, you know what? I'm glad they're making changes to it. Naval units will be able to disperse coastal independent powers. That's also great. Something that I think needed to happen. I hadn't really had an issue with that myself yet, but that is good to note that they are doing that. Balance pass on several mementos. Okay, there are some pretty strong ones without a doubt, but I don't know too many people who have all of them yet. So that's good that they're, you know, tackling these before even some of us can get to them. Refinements to the army unpacking action, that needed to happen without a doubt. There were times when I'd be unpacking and I'd be like, why is this unit here? Why is this unit there? Doesn't really make sense. And maybe it was just because I was dumb and putting them in the wrong spot. That did happen occasionally, but it just didn't feel great, to be honest with you. So I'm glad that they're going to be adjusting that. I wonder what all that will be added to. Addressing reported issues with multiplayer and adding friends with a 2K account. Thank the Lord. That needed to happen. That was driving Connor and I nuts. It's part of the reason why we hadn't really been playing much multiplayer together, is because it felt terrible just getting into the game. Once you're in the game, it was fine, but getting into the game, needed to happen. For console players, you guys are going to be getting patches 1, 2, and 3 in this, so that's great. You guys can go back and watch my videos on those. I made a couple different ones for that and my thoughts on them, so those will be added into this as well, which is great. Although our first in-game event, Natural Wonder Battle, was originally planned for the 1.1.0 on March 4th, events are now being postponed to a later update to allow us time to prioritize quality of life improvements for players worldwide. We'll share more details about the first in-game event once we're ready. That's fine. I know a lot of people may be upset about that, but like, guys, the events aren't going to be the thing that's going to kind of drive us forward in my mind. That'll be great for when we have lulls, in content. In my opinion, I would rather that come out even on non-DLC updates. I hope that they will do that, but this is not a big deal to me. Cool with that. Also going live with 1.1.0 is the first half of the paid Crossroads of World Collection. So that's good. We know that, which is included in the Deluxe and the Founders Edition. Players who own either of those editions or have purchased the Crossroads of the World Collection, which you can for about 30 USD right now, will receive this content automatically with the new update. As a reminder, that includes Ada Lovelace, the new Civs of Great Britain, which is Modern Age, Carthage, which is Antiquity, no surprise there, and the Natural Wonder, including 4 new wonders. So this is our first that we're going to get a look at these new wonders. So it looks like the Bermuda Triangle is its own. So we're technically going to be getting 6 new, natural wonders, which is great in the game. Maka Pukare. Sorry, I know I messed that one up. Mount Fuji, Viren, and Vinikuka. I'm sure I butchered all of those. The only one I really know is Mount Fuji, and I feel like I know the first one, but I just can't say the name correctly, so that might be why that's happening. So that's great. This is all coming here next week. Very excited. Big updates. We will do a breakdown of all of the stuff that they're putting into the game once it comes out. All of the UI adjustments I will go through with you guys if you're willing to sit with me through all of them, which hopefully you are, because I would like to explain my thoughts and hopefully how they work, and hopefully that'll help you guys with your thoughts on it. So the March 4th update is the first of many future major releases coming to Civilization 7. The next major update after that is update 1.1.1, which is slated for March 25th. That is subject to change. Okay, I mean, they have to put that, but I really hope they don't push this back. We paid for it with the expectation that it was going to be in March, so I hope they keep it. Here's a sneak peek of some of what is prepared or planned for the update. Goodness, reading is hard. Additional UI improvements and refinements. Specifics will be shared later with the update 1.1.1 notes. Note, ongoing improvements to the UI continues to be a top priority for the development team. The updates being introduced on March 25th are just one part of a much larger plan that aims to improve the UI over the next several months. So, okay, so we're going to be getting a lot of updates with this. There will be more patches, right? This is just their first DLC that they have to go out with. I wonder if that means that, we're going to be getting smaller adjustments with March 4th, but much bigger ones with the 25th, which sounds great. I would love that. Scouting and settling improvements for AI. Oh, wow. Why is this getting pushed off? This needs to be up here. Dude, I don't care. Get rid of some of these things. Put that in there. The settling improvements for AI, including less aggressive forward settling by the AI, needs to happen. I am kind of shocked that that's getting pushed off until the 25th. Feels like the community really would prefer for that one to be on the 4th, but whatever. Adding quick move functionality. Needed to happen a while ago. Adding the ability to customize the names of commanders and cities. Also something that people wanted. Very much so, including myself. Renaming the existing maps to be start position balanced which will be the default starting position for multiplayer games. Okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Adding a new start position of standard where the landforms on maps are less predictable, closer to how map generation works in Civ 6. Yes, love that. Adding an optional restart button that re-rolls the player's map generation now that these less predictable start positions are possible. Great. And a new natural wonder of Mount Everest that you get for free players. Okay. 1.1.1 will also include the second half. Yes, we know that. So you'll be getting Simone Bolivar, Bulgaria for the exploration age, and Nepal for the modern age, which is cool. We will look ahead here in just a second. This March 25th update is awesome. Why they are pushing this all to the later one, maybe it's because it's more complicated. I don't really know, but I would have preferred some of these things to come up here. I would have been fine waiting a little bit longer for some parts of this, but this feels more like a balancing patch. This one feels more like an actual improvements patch, which is great. It needs to happen, so I'm fine with waiting, but I would have preferred for this to be the case. We'll look up here and see if I missed anything. It doesn't look like it. Basically, map generation improvements, which is great. That's a good way to kind of put this. So maybe I didn't need to go over this. I think they're going to kind of have all this in general, or do they have the April stuff here? Okay, no, they don't. So let's read through this, and then we'll go up here as well and kind of go over when some of this stuff is expected to happen. So beyond March, we have several community requested items on our list that are high priorities for the team. Some examples of these include ongoing UI improvements, already knew, adding a one more turn button that will let you continue playing past the end of the modern age. Great. Again, no idea why it shipped without that, but that's fine. Implementing Auto Explore sounds really nice. New map sizes, all platforms except for the Nintendo Switch. I really would have liked that sooner, but that's fine. New resource types and adjustments to map resource allocation sounds awesome because it does feel a little bland. The resources, while they have more of an impact than they used to have, which I've loved, I've really enjoyed that they do different things. I do feel like they're very repetitive. I would like new ones, so that's great. Team support in multiplayer, great. They've already said they were going to do that. Hot seat, local multiplayer. I thought when I was talking to Connor earlier about this that they were adding that already, but I guess hot seat is still getting pushed back. I would say anticipate that continuing to get pushed back because it is, while it is a very dedicated community, it is a smaller one. So I could see that getting pushed back for a little while, but we'll see. Research queuing sounds fantastic for me. Yeah, it has been kind of annoying not to be able to just, kind of pick my path in research and kind of let it do its thing. Mod tools and Steam Workshop support. Finally, why this is taking so long, I think it has to be due to money. I really think they're going to push this off until the end of the year, but we'll see. Additional game setup customization options, that again needs to happen, and more. We're in the progress of scoping the work necessary to bring these priorities to the game as soon as we can. Some of these will be delivered as early as April, though many will take longer to develop, test, and deploy. As always in development, plans can change. We'll have more details to share here in the weeks and months ahead as plans solidify. We appreciate your continued patience in the meantime. Then you got an area down here where you can share feedback. So let's go up here. Right, they're saying for April specifically, more AI updates and polish, the one more turn option getting added, research queuing, new resource typings, an updated resource map allocation, multiplayer team functionality, and more. Then the beyond part is, again, more UI, map sizes, auto explore, modding tools, hot seat, additional AI improvements. See, look, I didn't even see this in hot seat. I knew was getting pushed back and modding. No surprises there. So here's what I'm going to say. This is good. They are hearing us. And I feel like they are so afraid of this game failing, right? When there are a lot of really good parts to this game. There are. And a lot of Civilization games, they take time to develop. But the difference is this time, right, in my opinion, is they are trying to get mass appeal. I am seeing more advertisements and things for Civ 7 than I ever remember seeing for Civ 6 and Civ 5. Now, to be fair, I was in college for at least the good portion of one of those games. And so I wasn't as focused on the news and everything with games, right? I still paid attention, but not that much. So And, you know, you have things like Reddit, Twitter that are even more popular now in terms of people sharing their opinions, Instagram, everywhere, right? Blue Sky, if that's what you prefer to use as well, right? There's so many different places now where you can share your opinions, and they're seeing this. And the game has been getting kind of hurt, you know, in the Steam reviews and stuff like that, because people, like, it is a very different game. And the age transitions are jarring. They don't really even talk about the age transitions in this. I think they're probably content until we start saying more about that, and maybe it's just me and myself and Connor who really don't love the way that they are going. I would love the option for those to be taken out, or for you to be able to customize what is getting changed over during these transitions. You know, I don't love the big time skip at times. I like to have the continuity in my games, but at the same time, I also love the fact that, like, it's keeping some civilizations from being, you know, launching rockets in the 1600s while I'm just trying to figure out, you know, gunpowder, right? So it's like there are so many positives, and like the civs too, right? Like that makes sense. I love the new civilization and leader combos. I think they're awesome. I love being able to build on stuff, but like I really would love to see just some sort of change for ages. They don't mention anything about the fourth age that we all are 99% sure is coming at some point. So nothing about that right now. I think they're going to make a big deal about that. I don't think we're going to get that in any of these updates. But I love that they're attacking so much in these first 2 months. This is where I will give them their credit. They are doing a lot in March. They will be getting some good stuff in April. It's just funny to me that there are a few things, the modding, the hot seat, that stuff's getting pushed back for sure. And I think modding, they want to get through these first 2 DLC, I would bet. And then that's when we're going to get more mod support, is what I would anticipate. Because again, they will lose money if they do that kind of stuff. Because people will make things that we want in the game, and you can still go get mods. You can go see my video that I made on that. Like, you can find them other places, but it requires a lot more, I don't know, handiwork, a lot more time and effort than just finding it on Steam, clicking a button, and for the most part, it just kind of going into your game and working. So I love that they're still adding it. I love that they are working very diligently on this game. You can tell. There are things that I would prefer from the, you know, March 25th update to be in the 4th, but, you know, they're just trying to get this DLC off the ground, and I'll be interested to see how it feels to have a new leader and 2 new civs in the game, right? Does it feel significantly different, or is it just going to be kind of like, oh, they're there, right? Are they going to be game breaking where they're going to have to patch them because they're just too strong, or because they don't work well with some certain, you know, civ combination or unit or whatever? So a lot of different things here with this game, but I'm very excited about these updates, this roadmap, and I'm glad that they're giving us a development roadmap in particular. This is not just the DLC, right? While the DLC is included in this, they're talking about specific updates that are going to be significant to the game and make it better. So I'm glad that they're committing to that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, we appreciate it here at CivHaus, but that is going to wrap it up for us. So from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join us for one more turn.